Hello and welcome to The Infected. This is going to be my first tutorial, and this is just going to cover the basics, what you need to do as soon as you start. And it's not usually this easy, but you need to find a stick and a stone. Press I to go to inventory, and I actually picked up 2 sticks, so if you do pick up more than one item and you want to split a stack, just hold right click over the item and now how we craft is you see this hammer and anvil icon, click it and it'll bring up this. Drag a stick over with left click, hold left click and just drag, and a stick and a stone, put them on this crafting thing and it will make an axe. Press I again to close your inventory. Press 1 to equip your axe. And just go over and cut down a tree. Just click to actually hit it. And within 4 hits, a small tree will fall. And it drops logs. Which logs you can either use for building, or hold the right click and up, and it turns into 5 sticks and 4 firewood. So if we press I again, and instead of pressing the anvil, we go to the books, and it will bring up our crafting things, such as foundation, wall, seasons, doors, wheels, etc. But if we go to placeables, then we go over here to store bench, left click, and it'll bring up this, and just pop it down anyway. It's a nice open area. Press E to place it down, and yeah, so that's the blueprint. And then, as we can see, it requires 4 wooden logs, and that means that we need to cut down some trees. Luckily we already cut one down, so we can add those by pressing E, and I'll show you once I cut down this tree. Then what you do with a saw bed, I'll show you what you do here and its many uses. So just add all the materials and you can see here it is in all its glory, and press E to add your log, and once you hear the sawing sound you know it's working. And I recommend you make like 2 or 3 of these because they are quite slow. And you do actually get 3 logs from one of these trees anyway, so you actually have multiple, so you aren't waiting there for a really long time. So, they don't really cost too much, so I advise making like 3. Just like this. So, once I make 2, I'll probably just be done. And then we can get on to showing you more interesting things. Right, so now that we've got 2 of these, we can actually get building. So press I to open your inventory, go to the books, and I recommend making 6, but in the early game that's quite expensive. So I recommend just making like 2 or 4. I know it sounds a lot, but you actually really need the space. You might not think you do, but you really do in the later game. And how you pick up planks from your saw bench is you just right click and it picks them up. And again, just press E to add materials. So, yeah. So, yeah, you really need a lot of planks. With just one foundation, you require 6 planks and 4 logs. And that's quite tedious to gather. Now, yeah, this game is quite tedious sometimes. It's a great game, but chopping all these trees down is annoying eventually. Now, I'm not really going to spoil too much, but you can find someone out in the world that can help you. That's all I'm saying. So, once we get these logs, then we can... Which one was it? This one. There we go. Another quick tip, so you don't waste time or think the game's broken. You can't jump when holding logs. By the way, it's spacebar, just like most games. But yeah, that is a really good tip to know. You can't actually jump when you're carrying logs. I don't know why the game developer added it, but it's actually quite realistic. So I'm probably not going to build all these foundations, because that's going to take ages. Faster. Right, so the main thing that you need to build on day one, press I, go to the book area, and go to placeables, and go to furniture, and then you need to build a bed. If you have mouse wheels, then you can use that to rotate it, but if you don't have a mouse wheel, unfortunately, I don't think it's like to rotate it. But yeah, if you bought a mouse, then you can, but if you're on laptop, then you can't actually. It doesn't have a mouse wheel, unfortunately. But if we go to food and campfire, then again it brings up the blueprint. By the way, I'm pressing tab to cancel it so you don't actually get confused. I know it's a tutorial, I'm supposed to cover everything. Even little things like that. It's tab to cancel so that you're not stuck in build something. Damn it. Luckily I got a spare plank. And at night time it gets really, really dark. So you need the bed to skip night time. Otherwise you're going to be in a bit of a pickle. Right, so you need to find 2 rocks and 2 sticks in total, because while the axe is good, you do need all the tools that you can get. And I don't know if I'm going to find a rock here. If I don't, then I'll just give up. But all these boulders, if you make a pickaxe, then you can break them down. It's 2 plant fiber, a stone blade, and a stick. Is that right? Or is that it? Nope, it's just a patch of grass. Usually you find a couple of rocks. You never just find 1 rock and that's it. But unfortunately I don't. Ooh, I see a rock. Yeah, there's a rock. Right, so that's... But yeah, so go over to the hammer and anvil and go over, drag the rock over to make a stone blade, and then just split 2 plant fiber, add the stack by dragging one over to the other, and then bring the stick over here. It doesn't really matter where you place it, just so you know. Yeah, so just add a stone blade to plant fiber and a stick, and then you can make a pickaxe. Select 2 and it will appear like this, and then you can break down rocks. The reason this is so valuable is because finding a little rocks around the map, it takes too long. So being able to break down the boulders is such a useful thing to have. Also, breaking down boulders in late game is it's kind of necessary to progress. So just add all the stones to your campfire, and we need some firewood. I wish that I kind of wish that it used sticks instead of firewood, but I mean, because I mean, come on, those sticks are, well, sticks in. Oh, I'm intended. Oh yeah, my inventory is kind of full. So in this game, you have a max carry weight. If that exceeds 50, then you will be encumbered and you will slow down and be unable to sprint. So make sure to manage that. You can see it on the right there. But yeah, the campfire is necessary to cook your food. The bed is necessary to skip nighttime. You need these at the beginning of the game. And press E. I know, instead of R, press E. Go over to backpack, and then you can put any bark chips or sticks in. Even if it's a stack, it'll use up the stack. If you don't want to use the whole stack, then split some off and then use however many you want. And then just drag this lighter. I know it looks like a box, but you drag the lighter over and it lights the fire. And press E to get out of its inventory. Remember, if you want to access your inventory, press I. If you want to access a structure inventory, press E. And that concludes my first tutorial. I know it's a bit of a long video, I'm sorry. But that is the beginning thing in the Infected. And I'll see you in the next video.